Marhaban lil jami'an. I am Eric Giraud-Telme, the new ambassador of France in the Kingdom of Bahrain. May I introduce you our mascot of the Paris 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games.
Your Excellency, the limelight shines bright on France this year, especially with the Paris Olympics around the corner. Give us an idea of how France is preparing for this prestigious event and the embassy's role in creating a buzz around it in Bahrain.
May I say that the Olympic Games are really creating a lot of enthusiasm in France and in the world. The Olympic torch arrived in Marseille on the 8th of May, and there were 200,000 people gathered in Marseille to welcome the arrival of the torch. And since that day, I believe that more than 600,000 French people, foreigners, have been along the torch on its way to Paris. So this is really a very good sign, I would say, of what the spirit of the Olympic Games is creating in the country and in the world. And I must say that in France, of course, everybody is ready to welcome the Games. We have had in any field covered the preparation on different aspects of the Games. And what maybe could be interesting to know is that we have more than 40 sites dedicated to the Olympic Games and more than 20 dedicated to the Paralympic Games, which make it really a huge event for our country. I would like also to add something, which is the fact that even overseas, in the French territories, we will have some competition. For example, in Tahiti, which is very famous for surfing, we will have the competition of surf happen there. Really, the Olympic Games is, of course, a big event, our big event. But I would like to say also that it shows the capacity for our two countries, Bahrain and France, to work more in the sport field. This is one of the priorities that I have in my mandate as an ambassador. I wanted really to develop even more the cooperation we have with the youth on sport. And the French embassy has, I think, created the buzz this last month with a series of events in Bahrain on the occasion, for example, of the Sports National Day in February. We have had a very good cooperation with the Olympic Committee of Bahrain, of course, with the General Sport Authority also, which are headed by His Highness Sheikh Khaled bin Hamad. And really we are working a lot together on these events to, let's say, gather the people, reaching out to the people in any place of Bahrain to really feel the spirit of sport and feel the spirit of the Olympic Games. And I must say that we have a few surprises to come still.
Bahrain and France have a strong relationship. How do you see it evolving, especially in the context of cultural exchange and sporting collaboration in the lead-up to the Olympics?
Definitely, France and Bahrain have very steady ties and deep-rooted relations. They are working since more than 50 years together in various fields of cooperation. And I must say that the relationship between our two countries and the quality of this relationship has also very much to do with the relation between His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and President Emmanuel Macron, who have a very strong friendship. And these relations, of course, has been existed since a long time and is developing in various fields. May I say that one of the fields that I really would like to highlight also is the cultural cooperation and the French teaching in Bahrain. The Alliance Française was set up in 1969, and we will celebrate this year the 55th anniversary of this Alliance Française, where you can learn French and when you can discover cultural events. And of course, they are working a lot with the French embassy in this field. We have also an archaeological mission, which is working here in Bahrain in cooperation with the BACA since 1977. Only two examples to show how dear to us is the cooperation in the field of culture. Of course, we have also links in the economic field, in the political field, various fields, as I said. In the economic parts, may I say also that we are here, we have in Bahrain more than 40 companies set up. And there is another aspect I would like to highlight also is the French Chamber of Commerce in Bahrain, which is celebrating soon its 10th anniversary and is really a spearhead of our cooperation and of our economic presence in Bahrain. Last but not least, I would like again to highlight the cooperation we have on sport with our Bahraini counterparts. We would like to do more. Of course, the Olympic Games are a very interesting and important period for us to cooperate with them. But we wanted to build on the longer term this cooperation in order to really reach out to all the youth and all the people in Bahrain and trying to, let's say, bring into our cooperation a spirit of diversity and of openness to the people. So really this cooperation is very steady and I would like to bring it further on.
As someone new to Bahrain, what are your initial impressions of the country and its people?
Well, I must say that one of the treasures of this country is its people. Since my arrival, since the arrival with my family, we have had so many occasions to interact, to discover, to chat, to go out with Bahraini people. They are open-minded, lovely, very welcoming people, and really it is a big chance, a big luck for us to stay in this country.
Mr. Can you tell us about your background and a little bit about your diplomatic career?
Well, allow me first to say that I was born and raised in Besançon, which is a lovely city in Franche-Comté, near Switzerland. And I would like to say that I'm very happy to see how many Bahrainis know this city for a very good reason, which is there have been students there and a lot of them have learned French in the Center for Foreign Languages in Besançon. And after these years in Besançon, I went to Paris, I was a student, and I entered the diplomatic career some time ago, where I've mostly been posted in Arab countries. This is really a region that is very interesting, that I like a lot, its civilization, its culture, its music, its people. And I really wanted to develop along my career my staying with my family in these countries. And so that's why I'm so happy to be here in Bahrain, which is a country we like a lot, with the people we like a lot also.
Which has been your favorite and why?
Well, I would say over the years, with the experience, you have, of course, different feelings, different memories of all the postings. But I must say that really, since my arrival in Bahrain, I can feel in this country all what I like from the diplomatic life.
So what has surprised you about Bahrain so far?
Well, many things have surprised me in Bahrain since my arrival. But really one thing that struck me the most was the fact that I knew that some Bahraini people would speak French, but really I didn't expect such a number of French-speaking Bahrainis in this country. And for a simple reason, is because a lot of them went to France to study the French language. And also, very interestingly, the Alliance Française was set up in this country even before we set up a French embassy. So there is really an important part of the Bahrainis that are speaking French, and speak very good French.
I'm sure you've had an opportunity to try out the local Bahraini cuisine. Which has been your favorite dish so far?
Well, I must tell that my favorite dish is the Bahraini tikka. And you know how important is cuisine for French people. And really, this is a fantastic dish with the black lemon flavor and the cooking during hours of this tikka.
Croissants or dates?
Croissant filled with dates.
Which sport will you be tuning in for to watch live at the Paris Olympics?
Well, you know, I think many sports, but I will go myself to a football match beginning of August in Lyon, one of the cities welcoming the Olympic Games.
Do you play sports yourself, and which ones are you good at?
Well, yes, I'm good at skiing, if I may say so, but in this country it's a little bit tricky. But I like also to discover the golf course of Bahrain, which is a beautiful one.
What activities do you like to do in your free time?
I would say that I love to go to Qalat El Bahrain and benefit from the calm and beauty of the site.
The best way to experience French culture in Bahrain?
Definitely the Alliance Française, which is a spearhead of our presence here in this country and which displays a lot of activities.
A fun fact about the French culture that you'd like the Bahrainis to know about?
Can I say that snails are very good and very tasty? But please don't tell it to our British friends.
Your favorite French film?
I would say Amélie Poulain, which is a very moving movie, and it's the first name of my wife.
And finally, your favorite holiday destination and why?
Holiday destination would be in France. I have many places, but probably a small ski resort which is called HEEric in the southern part of the Alps.
Shukran.
Shukran lak.